right, let's talk about it. Can you date? Can you have sex? Can you find love if you're HIV positive or have AIDS? A lot of people think it's impossible, but that's just not true. Hey y'all, welcome back. And if you are new here, my name is Gina too. I share vlogs, I talk about my health and share my daily life with you guys. And today we are answering some questions. Dating with AIDS. I am HIV positive since 2021 and I get so many questions about how am I able to date? How do I fornicate? You know, I get a lot of that stuff. So today I made an Instagram post so that everyone can ask me whatever they wanted about this whole thing. Everyone has opinions and I'm here to clear it up. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and get comfy because we are about to unpack. All right, so I have all the questions on my phone and I'm going to start with this one that's not really about dating. It's, do you have HIV? So I have HIV. AIDS is HIV. I remember I made a video explaining that once your CD4 count, which is your blood cell count, is over 200, they do see it on paper as just HIV. They do not see the word AIDS on the paperwork. That's when it's under 200. People will fight me over this, but that is what my doctor told me, and that is what I'm going with. Technically, yes, I still have AIDS. I do not know if that can just get out of your system. I'm pretty sure that's just what I have. So I do constantly have to make sure that I'm staying up on my blood count and making sure it doesn't just go back down, because it is a possibility if I don't keep myself healthy. You know what I'm saying? Question number 2. I see you've dated a few men after HIV/AIDS diagnosis. Do you worry about passing it on to them? So I am undetectable. U equals U. That means untransmittable. Once you reach the point of being untransmittable, it is almost a 0 chance of passing it on to your partner. So no, I am not afraid of it. I've only been with 2 men since my diagnosis. I don't know where people keep saying I'm just jumping around, because I'm not. I've only been with 2 people since 2021. And I'm very happily in a very loving relationship right now. My boyfriend actually goes to the doctors with me and he knows everything about my health so that his health stays great as well. I would never put him at risk. That is one thing I will never do. When I met this boy, I told him the first day, hey, look, I got this, you know, take it as you will, you know. And he was a little afraid, but we got to know each other. He got to understand. I was able to tell him properly how this whole thing works, and here we are almost a year later, still together and happy. Next question. If someone with HIV but on their meds, like yourself, bites you, can you pass on the disease? No. People like me, if you're undetectable, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The only way that you could pass it on through a bite is if they bite deep enough to where they draw blood, and that person, let's say me, let's say my gums were all bloody and I bit you so hard that your wound opened and it got in there and I wasn't undetectable. Then there is a possibility, but through all the studies, there's only a handful that has actually happened, and it was an extreme conditions. Like, it was an extreme situation for that to even happen. But if you're asking if I could do that to someone, no, because it is so suppressed in my blood that it's almost non-existent now. And why is that? Because your girl's on her medication. Matter of fact, here's my meds. And I get more on Monday because I went and got my blood tested and I'm a little low on some other things and I need more vitamins. So yeah, not gonna happen. Next question. A lot of these questions are kind of gonna be on the asking me if I can pass it on. I've noticed, and with me being undetectable, it's no risk at this point. Unless I happen to become detectable again, then yeah. Because my next question here, it says, can you have a baby without passing the virus on? And yes, there are so many women with HIV, AIDS, and they have healthy babies. You just have to make sure you are taking the right medication while you're pregnant and you're going to all your visits and just keeping an eye on it, because that is what's going to cause a risk, is if your cells are not doing well and you're not doing well yourself, and then you just happen to get pregnant, and then it's like it tanks it, and that is very risky. That is why I want to make sure whenever I get ready to have children that my cells are good enough and I'm going to be able to withstand holding a child, because that puts a lot on your body. And I have another question here asking me if I want kids. I do. Me and my boyfriend, we've been talking about it. We want kids. And it's just, we want to make sure we are in the right place when we have it. Which leads me to my next question. Do you use condoms? And do you still have to use condoms? I got that one in different forms. A lot on here. We do and we don't. Mainly right now, because me and my boyfriend have talked to my doctors about children, we decided that we are going to let nature take its course. And if it happens, it happens. And is that risky for him? Right now, no, it is not. It is not risky for him one bit. Does he take PrEP or on PEP? Because I got that one as another question. I'm just kind of like circulating in, because I remember some of the questions that I was asked, and they're kind of just feeding in through what I'm answering. So this works out, y'all. This is smooth. It's not going to be too long of a video. But he does not take those things. And the only reason, like, I tell him he can, if he's feeling extra cautious. But because I'm undetectable, I really don't want to put his body at that risk with those medications, because they can affect you internally. There are a lot of risks with taking those things long term. And that is the only scary thing. But I'm not saying no one should take those. You should take preventatives. You should use condoms, especially if you are not sure if you even know this person that well. Obviously, you know, you need to be wearing protection in general to prevent STIs, STDs in general. But because my boyfriend and I, we are very close knit on this, and we go to the doctors together, we are being very, very cautious and smart with what we're doing. Next question. Have you ever had a consultation with Yaki Awakening or any other popular herbalist about treatment? No, I have not. And I kind of don't really do the whole natural herbs and all that, because a lot of the times they're either telling you to stop taking your medicine and just rely on that solely. And for me, I do not want to do that. My sister was very big into the herbs and natural stuff, which I agree with adding that into your daily life, but not stopping your medication, because like just to do that alone. My sister passed away trying to use natural supplements and not go to the doctor. Mind you, she didn't have AIDS. She had a rare lung disease. But still, it just kind of left a damper on me and how I felt about that kind of stuff. Like, I still will incorporate certain things, like the sea moss and stuff, into my life for my health in general, but I will not stop taking my medication. And I just can't, I can't follow that. And I'm too scared to do that. I've had too many people message me on my platforms that pass away trying to do that, and it's like, I've already seen how that goes. I don't want to risk it for myself. I'd rather be smart. I fought too hard to be here in this life right now, and I really don't want to ruin it. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to make a mistake. And right now, taking my medication is working for me, and it's worked for me really well. Like, I actually feel like I look a lot better than I did before I even ended up in the hospital. Yeah, that's my answer on that. But no offense to those people. I get what they're trying to do. Maybe it works for other people, but it's just not gonna work for me. Not something I'm into doing or trying. Next question. How do you start the conversation with someone you want to potentially date? So me, I'm crazy. I'm obnoxious. And I don't mean to be, but I have no time. I have literally no time in my life to play games. Like, when I meet you and I know that I like you, or I know that you like me, that's like the first thing I'm telling you. Like, hey, so I would like you to know, if you want to pursue anything like this, I would like you to know my status, and it's blah, 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 you know, like whatever it may be. Because, you know, I'm assuming this is coming from someone who either has what I have, or you have something similar, or some other kind of STD. I would like to tell that person straight up, because once you're with them and down the road and then you tell them, it's kind of like, oh my God, you should have told me in the beginning. This sucks. Like, obviously I'm hoping you're not sleeping with them and then telling them, tell them first. But if they like you enough, they'll understand. They'll be willing to work around it with you, because there's things you can do to be in a healthy relationship no matter what you have. But for me, what I did was I told my partners, like, obviously my ex, he'd seen me on social media, so he knew, and it was easier for me to talk to him about it online because I didn't see him face to face. Gil, I told him that day. It didn't help that I kind of was a little tipsy. Don't judge me. I know it's not smart to drink, but I was a little tipsy that day, and it gave me that liquid courage I needed to tell him. And he didn't judge me, and I was very, very happy about that, but at the same time very shocked. So we talked about it a lot more, and he didn't judge me for it. I feel like if a person likes you enough, they will accept you for you. So that's just kind of how I would go about it. I understand a lot of people are more shy, more scared, and they want to be more private, but honestly, I feel like it's just easier to be upfront. Just let them know. Or maybe you can tell them, like, hey, I come with some baggage. How much do you like me? Do you like me enough to accept my baggage? Because it's intense or it's a lot. I feel like I got so lucky for the guy that I met, and him feeling the way he does about me. Like, I don't even know. I don't know, y'all. It's like he was an angel and he just fell in my lap when I wasn't expecting it. So, I don't know, but I really hope that helps. Next question. How are you dealing with HIV mentally? I break down sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. This one doesn't really have anything to do with the whole dating and sex thing, but it does when it comes to your mentality. Your mental state. My boyfriend knows that I have days where I'm just so down about myself, and he always brings me back up to reality that I'm good, I'm perfect, I'm worth it. Because I get to these points where I feel like I don't belong here. I'm useless in this life now because of my disabilities that it came with. It does hurt me a lot, and I have a lot of days where I'm really depressed about it. However, I do not want to take my own life. Now it's like, I don't know, I've been through so much. I fought so hard. Like, I can't lose my life now just because I'm down about it a little bit. I gotta understand that there is a reason I'm here. There is a purpose for me. I know there's a bigger purpose for me. Whether it be me telling you guys these things, helping other people out in the same situation, anything like that, whatever my purpose may be, I know I'm meant to be here. I do have my days, and I'm sure so many of us in this situation have horrible days, but you are not alone. That's all I can say. I know that I'm not alone, and a lot of my followers, they help me feel loved and worth living. Okay, don't want to get too down on that one. Do you regret being public about it? Sometimes I feel like I regret being public, but at the same time, no. I told the world because I thought I was going to die, and I wanted everyone to know, hey, this is what happened to me. The only reason I would regret coming public is all of the slander I've gotten over it. All of the fake stuff that has come out. Like, all of the people who just genuinely hated me for being public about it. I had to deal with that for so long, and then I learned, my mom was like, you gotta ignore it. You gotta let these people believe and think what they want to think. It's never gonna change, you know? And I'm like, you're right. I got to the world, I'm like, you know what, you're right. They're just talking, they're trying to make their coins online. I get it. These videos are what's getting them paid, helping them get their rent paid, doing what they gotta do, and they're using me for it. I understand it. I get the game. You know, that would be the only reason. Oh, and my boyfriend, sometimes he sees those videos and he worries about them, and he worries about how people look at him because of them. And I'm like, I get it. I do. And I hate it. You know, I never wanted to put him in this position, and I tell him all the time, I'm like I can't do anything about it. It's already happened. But you know the truth. You know everything about me. But other than that, no, I feel like I built a great community I've met so many nice people, and I love that I've been able to help so many people in ways that I don't even understand myself. And God rest some of their souls. You know, I wouldn't change my life. I wouldn't change it for anything. So no, I don't regret it. That will conclude my question video. And I hope you guys got all the answers that you wanted. If there was something more specific that you guys needed to know, feel free to comment it down in the box below, and I will incorporate it into my next video, because I do need more video ideas. I do have another one coming up after this one, and maybe I can just add it in there. And if you did subscribe to me in the form of, oh my gosh, matter of fact, pause. All right, I'm back. I had to go through my studios on my YouTube Studios app to figure out what I was trying to say, because your girl getting tongue-tied. I've been saying so much. I'm just trying to make sure this goes smoothly. Anyways, I would like to thank my 2 members that I have, because I have 2. I don't bring this up enough. But thank you, MDE1, for becoming a star baby, and Chibogu Onochi. If I said that right, that's a cool name. Thank you guys so much for becoming members to my YouTube channel. How do I say it? But thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I told you guys I will always bring out shout outs to those of you who support me, and I will give you all of my freaking attention, because thank you so much. That, you guys, concludes my video today. And if you liked it this far, please like, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment. To the girlies, if you're still here right now, my lips right now, I don't know if y'all gonna ask, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I've been talking too much, but for the lip liner, I used NYX Cold Brew lip liner. So pretty, goes with literally everything. I used a Jeffree Star lip balm. I forget if this color is tea tree. Y'all, if you forget, I'm half blind, so I cannot remember the name of this because I can't see it, but this is the one that I'm using. Freaking love this. And for my cheeks, the highlight, if you can see it, I am using Jeffree Star's palette here called the Coral Conviction. This is freaking amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that here, but it is so beautiful. Like, what? And the one on my nose, I am using Cookie by Benefit. This freaking thing lasts me forever, and it is freaking perfect. Like, you have no idea. Like, what? Favorite thing ever. If you don't have this, you need it. You're missing out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Lucy, say hello. She has been sitting on my lap almost this whole time. We say goodbye, yeah? Bye. She's tired. She's tired. Bye, guys. Ciao. See you in my next one.
I used to be afraid to fall in love. My past relationship was